On today's episode of my YouTube channel videos, we're going to be doing part 1 of the Hardtail build. And you might be wondering why I've got this on a broken golf club on a bike stand. And if you are wondering that, you've obviously not read the title, because today we're going to be removing the paint from this bicycle frame. And before we do that, we're going to have to get rid of all the things on the frame that aren't paint, including the bearings, also quick release, also the chain slappy protection, and also these dropper post cable routing rubber seals. So if my cameraman can keep it together for all of this video, we're going to be doing pretty good. So let's start episode 1 of the Hardtail bike build right now. The first piece of not paint we're going to remove is the seat quick release. And you already probably know how to remove one, because it is a quick release. It's kind of the point. You open it up, you loosen it, and you take it off. Done. We're going to lose these, which are the cable management, I guess, channels. If you're working with the same frame, it's a 3mm Allen key. These are already loose, so I'm just going to use my thumb, which isn't calibrated and it's not a torque thumb. So we're literally doing that. There they are, don't lose them. So next, we are going to remove the chain guide protector. And to do that, we're going to remove the chain guide protector. Next, we're going to remove these, which is where your dropper post cable comes through. And to do that, you're just going to grab them and pull them out. This one's already a bit broken, so the person I bought off said to just be careful and they won't break. This one's already broken, so I'll just yank it out. So now we're going to remove all these cable he's got loads of foamy pads on it to stop the cables hitting the frame. We're going to remove them, and to remove them we're going to grab them and pull them off. And we're going to keep pulling these foam bits off until there's no foam bits, oh that's a big one, left on the bike. Next, we're going to spray the bike down with degreaser, because you'll notice it's not the cleanest thing in the world, but that's fine because I didn't pay much money for it, and it doesn't mind how the paint looks anyway. Because if you come closer, come hither, come closer, you notice there's some scuffs from when he buckled a wheel and it was rubbing against the frame. I've got a video of that, it was absolutely hilarious. And it's also just a bit mucky all over. So we're going to use degreaser, in this case brake cleaner, because we don't really care what happens with the paint. And we're just going to go absolutely mental. Look at that, we're just going to pure give it the beans. We'll do the little chain stays first. We'll give this a wipe down. We're just trying to get rid of all the greasy rubbish. You'll notice it's just evaporated and not much has come off though, so I think we're going to use something else. So we've got a bottle of something else, this being Mackay. There's loads left, so this will do the whole frame I think. I'm just going to concentrate on the really dirty bits, such as up here. There we go. Watch this, it's dripping down, which is where it works for us, or me, because it's my bike and not yours, Sam. Look at that. It's given it a new lease of life. Or you know what I've just thought? We're removing the paint, so does it actually matter what the paint looks like? No it doesn't. Let's just strip it. Now we're on to the most exciting step, the step you have all been waiting for in this video. We're going to be using this, which is some Nitro Moors paint, varnish and lacquer remover. And I can tell you, this has at least 2 of those things on it. Right, I don't know how much to pour, so I'm going to say less is more. A little bit more. There we go. That stripped the paint off a 747. They're going out of service, you know that, Sam? Isn't that sad? Have you ever been on one? I've not been on one either. Right, and with this little concoction we've got here, you see you've probably only got, I don't know, 15 mils, maybe even less, 10 mils. We're going to get our little jabby brush and we're going to apply in a dabbing motion. I'm not going to dab because this will remove the paint off my house. Here we go, come. I think we start right here, or right here. I think here. You ready to dab, Sam? This is my kind of dabbing. feel like this is going to be quite slow progress. And it says a liberal coat, so I'm going to put on as much as can fit on here. So I think, yeah, look at the blistering happening. You're missing it. You're missing the fun. I think this might go quite quick because it's a bike. It's obviously got quite a thin layer of paint. So now we've got another pot of paint stripper. We've got a bigger brush with strong bristles. Look at this. Oh, ain't they tough bristles? You see the whole camera move there. And we're going to use this. We're going to rub it into the blistered surface. And then we've got to leave it for 40 minutes. Which is, what's that, 2,400 seconds. So let's get on with it. You know what, I might get a rubber glove. So hopefully these don't like go on fire. Something. There's a chemical that does that, if you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen. There's a certain chemical, if you ever do any chemistry, that will actually set these gloves on fire if you drop some on it. It's called fuming nitric acid, and it's pretty much concentrated nitric acid, and it's concentrated to the point where you get some on this. If you get on your skin's fine, but if you get on this, these burst into flames. So be very careful if you ever come into contact with fuming nitric acid. There's the science lesson. That might be a behind the scenes special extra. But yes, we will just see how this video gets on. So you join me after having left this actually for more than an hour, just with that second coat on. So now we're gonna get a paint, what do you call it? A paint slice, a paint. One of these. Look. Oh, it's locked. So I've not got my keys. I've remembered what it's called. It's called a paint scraper because it scrapes paint. It's like a manly spatula. So we're going to use this in order to see if much this comes off. If not, we'll probably leave it to tomorrow because it's getting a bit dark. And yeah, we will remove more paint. Around here, I've already decided I'm just going to probably use like a wire wheel. It's like that wiry thing on the end of the drill. So I'm going to probably end up using that. But it feels pretty dry. I'm going to put a glove on, one hand, Michael Jackson style, and then get scraping. So I don't know if you could tell from that time lapse, but it's still orange. So I'm going to wait for the delivery of my aerosol, I guess, paint stripper and see if that does any better. But that's tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. It's a new day, and today we're back with some Autotech aerosol paint stripper. So hopefully this stuff is going to be able to, well, you know, remove the paint. So we're going to shake it up. You can see the other one around here. In a few places where it actually managed to get to, it did remove a bit of paint, as you can see there, but you can tell it's mostly orange and not very silver. So I roughed everything up with the a wire brush, and also yeah, that'll hopefully help it work a bit better as well. The main bits I really want to do are in places like these. All the places where I'd really struggle to get a wire brush or a wire wheel, so and also down here. So that's the main priority today. This stuff is already fizzing and bubbling away, so I feel better about this stuff already. So that was a really thick application, and then that is also pretty much the whole frame done in that one application. I think it was actually, I don't think I missed anything. This stuff actually looks like it's doing stuff, whereas the other stuff I used, you couldn't tell. So look, this stuff, you can see it's all bubbling up, and it actually looks like it's doing work. And that only took 5 minutes to put on, where the other one took a bit more than 15. So you can see all the bubbles, you can see it's already flaking off a bit there. So yeah, I've got a better feeling about this one. Yeah, look, it's coming right off there. You can see that. That's only been on for like 3 minutes. Lovely. So I'll leave this 15 minutes as it says, and then I'll whip out the wire brush and see how much comes off. It's really flying off here. So let's give it the first This stuff's much better. Look at that. It's all just falling off this time. After 10 minutes. I left the other one on overnight and it didn't do this for 9. So you can see our next application is not going to have to be as thick as this one was. Look at that. So this is what it looks like after one application and wire brushing / paint scraping. As you can see, it's almost all gone. So I'm going to hit it one more time with the paint stripper and see how we do after that. So let's see what it looks like after another application of the paint stripper. So after another application of paint stripper, we are going to hopefully remove the rest of the orange on it. So again, camera's a bit low on battery, so I'm just going to do it off camera and show you the exciting bit that you want to see. And hopefully that will conclude the video. So let's find out. So as you can see, a lot of the paint is now not on the bike anymore. So I am going to give it, where am I? I'm going to give it one final once over with the wire wheel. And then we can spray it with this clear lacquer. Gloss finish. There it is. So we're going to do that after. Make sure your one sticks to metal. Which this one, I'm saying that, let's make sure mine does. Yes, good. It does stick to metal. So we're going to clear this up with the wire wheel and then get spraying. Lovely. So I'm quite happy with how the frame looks right now, as you might be as well. Look, there it is. Oh. I'm now going to hit it with a layer of lacquer. We'll probably end up putting a few on, but I'm just going to show you me putting one on. You know what spray painting looks like. There's not going to be a montage or side. You're just going to see the frame done about now. So you can see now you've got this lovely wet looking shine all the way over the frame. See it reflecting nicely there. Looks absolutely amazing. Look at that. We've got a nice thick coat of lacquer, actually almost used the whole tin, which is plenty obviously, so it's a nice thick, it's probably 4 or 5 coats thick. So we're going to let this dry, and whilst we wait for it to dry, should be enough time for all my parts to come that I've ordered for this bike. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of my hardtail build. Please tell me down below if you'd like to see more of these videos. If not, tough, because they're already in the making. All the parts have been ordered, other than a dropper post. So any dropper post suggestions, drop them down below. And saddle, I need a saddle. Dropper post and saddle, tell me down below. Other than that, I've got everything. Anyway, over on this side of the screen is one of my videos YouTube thinks you will like a lot. Over here, next to me, is a video I think you'll like. And right in the middle, you can click my face to subscribe. So thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. Don't want to spoil the paint. So the first piece of non-paint we're going to remove is the bike quick.